Okay, algebra students, video 2 here for absolute values mini lessons part 2. So now we're going to sketch this graph as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the general formula right underneath it. So I'll do f of x equals a absolute value of x minus h plus k. Right, there's our general function. Okay, now before I graph this, let me just graph your standard parent function absolute value. So again, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, right? And then negative 1, 1, negative 2, 2. Right, so that's what y equals absolute value of x looks like. Okay, so now let's do ours. So first thing I want to look at is h and k. Now if you notice here, for the vertex being h and k, there is a k value. There is no h, right? So no h. But there is a k, and that k is a negative 2. So your vertex will still be at 0 for the h, but now it's going to be a negative 2 for the k. That just means go down 2. So from here, 0, negative 2, go down 2. What this means is your axis of symmetry will still be the y-axis, x equals 0. Okay? And now remember, we handle that a value as the slope. Your a value is a 1/3. That means you go up 1 and to the right 3. So from this vertex, 0, negative 2, we're going to go up 1 and right 3. I'll go up 1 and right 3 again. This will be the right side of your v. And then use symmetry. So this is 3 to the right, so go 3 to the left. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the right, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left. And there's my best at doing the left-hand side. There we go. And there's your absolute value function. Notice it still opens up because the a is positive, but now it's wider because the 1/3 is less than 1. If we take a look at the domain and range, again, you still have arrows on both ends, so the domain is still all real numbers, which is from negative infinity to infinity. And then the range, since it opens up, the vertex is a minimum, so your y is going to be greater than or equal to, and it's the y of the vertex negative 2. And again, because it opens up, negative 2 is your starting number. That's a bracket because it can be equal to it, but then it goes up to positive infinity. There's your domain and range. Okay, and then last but not least, example 3 here says, okay, write an equation of the absolute value function graph. So we have the graph here. We need to come up with this function, f of x equals a, absolute value of x minus h plus k. All right, so the first thing is the vertex, right? H and k. So if we look here, this is my vertex, 0, 0. So your vertex is at 0, 0, which means your h and k are 0. So right now, I know that f of x equals a absolute value of x. No h and k, right? We can get rid of those. Okay. So now I need to find the a value. And remember, the a value is like slope. So number 2, a, and to find a, we're going to count slope, right? So from this, and when we count slope, you're either going to go up or down from the vertex, but then I always want you to go to the right. Let's always do the right side, because that'll get us the right sign. So here's my vertex, and here's my point to the right, 1, negative 5. So from here, I'm going to count, rise, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went down 5, and then right, 1. So my a value here is going to be down 5, right 1. That is a negative 5. And there's your a value. So your function here is going to be f of x equals negative 5 absolute value of x. And that's the final answer. Okay. Again, domain and range, just emphasize, so the domain, arrows, there should be arrows here. They don't do a very good job putting arrows on their graphs, right? They just expect you to know they go on forever. So the domain is still all real numbers, which is from negative infinity to infinity. Again, in interval notation. The range of the, and I'll switch to blue. The range, because it opens down, that is the maximum y value. So your y must be less than or equal to, and again, it's the y value of the vertex, 0. And again, because it goes down, you're going to list the negative infinity part first, because it goes down forever. but then 0 is that top number, and we put a bracket. And there's your domain and your range. Nice. Okay, so good luck graphing absolute value functions.